The Reef-A-Palooza event in California is one of the largest marine aquarium events in North America. The event is fast-paced and exciting. In this video, I take an in-depth look at ORPHEK, my Reef-A-Palooza sponsor.
Well, here at ORPHEK, we focus mainly on the health of the corals and feeding the corals properly, and light is their main source, as we all know. So with that in mind, we focus primarily on the spectrum and what we're putting in the tank. And we offer a large variety, everything from small nano tanks all the way up to shark lagoons and deep coral reef tanks. We have a lot of installations in public facilities. So with that, we made the natural progression a few years ago into the hobby industry and have come out with a lot of new exciting products, including the Atlantic V2 that we released at MACNA. We just recently have a skimmer that we brought out that's after 2 years of development. We have a new version of our Diff body style. It's a great one. So this is our new Atlantic V2. It's based on our Atlantic fixture that we released a little over a year ago at MACNA in Dallas. The V2 was released in Miami. It has an all-new chipset that actually is tailored specifically for chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. It's also got a Wi-Fi integration with an Android tablet that will give you greater levels of control and programmability. The nice thing about the light is it's definitely a sleek look, and it's designed to look good over a rimless tank like this tank. Wi-Fi control itself, all you do just to change the light is you log on, you go into quick set, and you can make all the changes you want up and down on each one of the channels and dial in the light exact look that you want. It's fully programmable, as well as it has 8 preset programs. The V2 chipset is actually a dual chip LED set, and it's specifically tailored for chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Channel 4 is dialed in to produce in a coral 3 times the amount of chlorophyll A as chlorophyll B, which is going to give you great coloration in your corals. Even the healthiest corals out there, when they've tested them, have 3 times the amount of chlorophyll A as chlorophyll B. So that's exactly what this fixture is tuned to do. It's a mix of our own proprietary chip blends that encompass white, blue, UV, and red. It has great coverage. As you can see, this is a 120-gallon tank, and the light is 36 inches above the base of the tank, and it's still pulling over 200 par in the majority of the tank, and even out in the far corners it's at 100. So as you can see, it's great coverage, it's got a great look, it's fully programmable. Channel 1 on the V2, as you can see, is all blue LEDs, gives you a real nice actinic balance with your tank. Channel 2 is an 18K white mix, and this is what gives you really great SPS growth, and it gives a good, bright, vibrant look to the tank. Channel 3, that's your moonlight channel. It's a blue UV proprietary mix. It's really nice in the late evening, just before lights out. It gives your tank a real good, nice glow. But channel 4 is really where we've made a ton of changes. The unit actually has a mix of a wide spectrum red, it has a white UV proprietary mix, and a white blue proprietary mix. So what you've got is you've got on this one channel everything you need for the chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B mix. You've got a wide spectrum red, you've got the white UV, and then you've got the white blue mix. Now, what's really important to understand about this is that the spectrum is very, very different. It's not what you would expect to see out of a normal chip. So I've actually got, and I've been doing testing here, a spectrometer, and we can look at what this actually means for your tank. So we're going to start here with this white LED, and all it is to your eye, it looks like a normal white LED. However, when you put the spectrometer underneath it, you can see that it has a huge white peak, but then right here at 420 nanometers, it's got a huge blue peak. And that is all going into your tank, but it's not as visible. So you can give your corals what they need without washing your tank out with blue and killing a lot of your colors. The next chip that I'm going to go to is the white UV. You can see there's the white coloration down here real low. However, right at 405 to 410 nanometers is a huge peak that's going to give you that near violet or otherwise known as UV look. And that's going to feed your corals as well. The last chip is one that's really been important for us, is the wide spectrum red. It's important to have a little bit of red in your tank, not too much, but just a little bit to help feed those corals. And what we have here, as you can see, is a really nice wide spectrum red that has a very nice little blue peak. So we use all these tools to give a nice balance to the tank and to feed your corals, which is really what we're about. We're effectively a coral food company. So that's the Atlantic V2. Okay, so this is our PR72 unit. This is a 72 watt multi-LED light. It's a nice little pendant. It's available in a reef version, 2 different moonlight versions, and a freshwater version. It is run by a Meanwell driver. It's real lightweight, and it's great for frag systems or cube tanks up to about a 50-gallon cube, or in combination for pretty much whatever you would want to do. The Diff 100 is a multi-chip LED. It's passively cooled and also driven by a Meanwell driver, and it's available in a 4500K all the way up to about a 24K look, as well as in our most recent edition, which is the Super Actinic. This is based on our XP series of chips, which is a proprietary mix of white, blue, UV, and red all in one. This has been giving great results from some of our service companies out there that are using it. Great color, great growth, and they're just really, really happy with it. So it's been a very popular option lately. We're highlighting our new skimmer, which is what we released at MACNA, is the ORPHEK Helix skimmer. This skimmer is rated for up to 350 gallons. It's driven by a DC pump, one of our ORPHEK DC pumps. The skimmer itself is a cone skimmer. It's got a really good design that we worked for 2 years on. The main difference between everything else is the fact that it has 2 plates, as you can see, down inside the cone, and those create a really nice vortex of the bubbles coming out, and it pulls the water through the bubble plate faster, and it actually splits a lot of the bubbles into smaller bubbles, which gives you more surface contact area. In addition, it spins the water as it goes up the water column, which gives you more contact time. So in essence, the skimmer performs like a much taller skimmer. It works really well with the combination of the 2 pieces together. Gives you a lot of ability in a smaller footprint. The skimmer is also very easy to maintain, as the bottom plate comes off. It drops the whole bottom off to allow you to clean the inside of the cone very easily. The skimmer itself is not as reliant on water height, so because it's fully adjustable both with the pump, the standpipe, and the air inlet, you can really dial in exactly the water level that you want based on what you have in your skimmer. So we got it turned on, it's coming up. The pump itself has a soft start function, and if you look inside, you can see the vortex that's being generated in the sideways motion of the water from that bubble plate. One of the products that we're really excited about that we've had a lot of positive reviews on is the new Azure Light handheld flashlight. It was actually one of the top 10 products of MACNA by Reef-A-Palooza. We're going to walk over to the Vivid Aquariums booth, and I want to show you guys a great new product that we released at MACNA. It's been very popular. It's our new Azure Light flashlight. It's a 5-watt blue flashlight that's great for aquariums. It has a lot of uses that are going to be useful for you after the frag swap. So let's go take a look. So here we have our Azure Light flashlight. It's a 5-watt blue flashlight. It's fully adjustable with the green ring. You can dial it in from a very fine point all the way up to a nice bright wide area for nighttime viewing inside your aquarium. Where it really pays off is looking in some of these frag tanks. It gives you the ability to really find some hidden gems and see what the potential in some of the corals is. This blue LED, even when frag vendors have their blues on it full, with a 5-watt blue dialed all the way in, you can show the blue right through all of the vendors' blues and get a really good idea of what that coral looks like. As you can see, it's definitely showing. So here we are at another booth. This is a great looking booth. They're using the Kessel lights. A lot of intense blue, but even with the flashlight, you're going to be able to dial in and really get a good look at some of these corals and see the potential in them. And you'll find some really nice hidden gems in some of these corals. And you'll see some colors that you don't always see in all of the others. This rainbow acan here was a really nice looking coral, and then when you get it with a flashlight, you can really see some really nice colors that are in there.
This is the ultimate hobby. The ultimate hobby.